Hello and welcome to Most Haunted. This ruined prison has seen many a death sentence carried out. This building was once dark, damp, rat-infested, full of misery, pain and death. And it's said that many of the souls that died here still remain. This is the terrifying Bodmin Jail.
Situated in the heart of the Cornish countryside, the jail was originally built in 1779 and was designed to hold 100 captives. But a population surge soon resulted in chronic overcrowding, with women and juveniles also imprisoned. Law reforms failed to halt this rising crime, with crowds flocking from across the country to witness the public hangings that took place outside the prison wall. Records show leniency to be in very short supply, with many meeting their maker courtesy of petty crime. From murderers to those who saw it fit to steal a cow, each perpetrator met with the same agonising fate. But how many victims retained their grudge, and which felons will we meet tonight?
I've just walked through the gates of Bodmin Jail. I know just how much terror, pain and death went on in a place like this, and I know how much of it will still be recorded in the stone fabric of the walls of this building. I can find all the records of the people that were executed here. We've got lots of records of people that were imprisoned here. I'm just not sure who the ghosts are. So later on tonight, I'm hoping we're going to find out.
Objects are said to fly across these cells as if thrown by unseen hands. Also, murderous screams are heard and people have ran from here in absolute terror.
There have got to be an awful lot of tormented souls still lingering around here. You just imagine that the terror that they're going through, trying to sleep for the last night, knowing that at 8 o'clock the following morning they're going to hear the heavy footsteps of the jailer coming down the corridor, unlocking the door, taking them outside, and then they're going to be publicly strangled to death in front of a large crowd of people.
Here, in what used to be the chapel, the ghostly figure of a priest has been seen many times. Also, the feeling of utter depression has been experienced.
One of the most amazing things that was told to me earlier by one of the owners was a gentleman a little while ago came here, sensed there was someone following him around, and when he left and went back home to Plymouth, for at least a fortnight afterwards, he said that there was someone with him. Someone seemed to have followed him out. There are so many tormented souls still here, some of them that don't know they're dead. The only way that some of them are ever going to gain release is by following us home tonight.
These condemned cells held the poor souls awaiting a terrifying death. It's these people that make dark, ghostly shapes and cries of anguish that unsuspecting guests hear. We have 24 hours to find out.
Surrounded by a maze of towering walls and dark corridors, and with so much ground to cover, parapsychologist Kieran O'Keefe explains some of the difficulties that may lie ahead.
Kieran, how on earth are we going to cover this place? It is absolutely enormous. There are so many different cells and so much paranormal activity. Where do we start?
From a simple logistic point of view, there aren't enough people to cover the entire building all at the same time. What we are going to have to do is have, I guess, a parapsychological full-scale attack with all of the machinery, have the lock-offs, have trigger objects, have the MP3 recorders, have the thermal imager, try and have as much equipment down there as possible because it is such a huge place. In one place we might be focusing on experience, another place we'll be having the monitoring equipment.
Okay. What about temperature drops here?
There's a real issue with some of the cells, some of the rooms in this building because there are open windows, and so of course if people do report a drop in temperature, there's going to be a natural source for it. In some of the cells there are no windows, so with the thermal imager and also any other temperature recording device, we'll look at the ambient temperature and have that set off for, 10, 15 minutes to get an idea of what the temperature is like. If then people report a drop in temperature or a cold spot, and that's objectively picked up by the monitoring equipment, then that's of interest.
Both of our psychics, Derek Okora and David Wells, arrived in Cornwall separately and with no previous knowledge of who or what to expect from within these walls. We were all fully aware that this investigation would be far from pleasant, but we had to serve our time at Bodmin Jail.
I know there's a spirit man, thank you Sam, because Sam's just informing me, who's here, very interested in our movements here. He lost his life, did he, Sam? What did he do? He murdered. He was a murderer. He was bitter that he was caught after killing the man. He took the man's life. Did he take the man's life here? No, he was housed here. And then he was taken and he was what? He was put to so-called physical death. How did he go? The hanging, okay, the hanging. Now, he's around a lot of this large building, this jail. He moves around. So, in actual fact, maybe he's not... Oh, what? Can you give me something more with him?
Just a name, if you can.
Can you give me a name, please? William? Thank you. William. Can you give me a surname? William Lightfoot. William Lightfoot.
Okay.
William Lightfoot.
And what year was he here?
What year was he here? Just put it here for me if you can. 1, 8, 18. Go on. 4. Oh, 1840. 1840.
That was when he was here?
This is when he was here. But something to do with the figure 13. I feel that stands 13th of something. What does it mean? The 13th of February. The 13th of February is very important for this man's anger. And he, what? He comes here with who? His brother? His brother. Okay, well, what, was he here as well? They were incarcerated together. Higher.
For similar crimes?
Was it for the same crimes? The same one?
It appears that one of Bodmin's most infamous inmates is confined to his final dwelling place. But would this same murderous intent be just as prevalent as we move through to the upper levels of the jail?
I pick up cruelty. I pick up a person, a man, who was just absolutely dedicated to hurting. Oh, one that was dragged here, this is the energy, was taken and suffered this cruelty. And I feel his energy has been dragged through this area and by a very cruel person, very cruel. And I feel he was the one that used to detail what... it's like I said, the only way I can put it, he's trying to... This jailer, he's trying to get these people to... And this is the cruelty of all cruelties, to admit to their crimes. Here, as we come to this end, here, this section, this is where most of the negativity, where he would, this horrible soul would energise and re-energise, and it's a reenactment of the horrible, debaucherous slaughter. Oh, it's disgusting. Taking people's bodies apart and getting away with this. Oh my God.
And this would specifically have happened in this part more than any other part? You feel it's stronger here?
I think so, yes, yeah. In actual fact, here. In here is a horrible, horrible, negative, energised atmosphere caused by him being in here, housed.
What's his name, Derek?
Oh, take it off
You
me.
right?
Take it, yes, I'm okay. Okay, he's come here, all right. He's here around us now. I'm not sure of me footage at the moment. It's his energy with me, I know.
Come on out then.
Yeah, I'll come out of there just for a moment.
It's because if you fall or
Yeah,
you hurt yourself.
I know. Okay.
What was
Okay.
that?
Do you hear that? At the back there.
Something over there.
What the hell was that? Please,
Oh, wow.
is that anybody of the crew?
No, that was over there, Evie. It was over behind that barrier. Okay. Okay.
Do you mind if I nip over there?
Yeah, let me hold this.
Careful, Carl.
Where do you think he is, Derek?
He's in this atmosphere, Evie. Masking himself at the moment, that's all. I firmly believe what just happened then, very clearly, was a response. He's an angered soul, and he's left. It's not just his residual energy, he's here. He's what? He's not English, this. He was not English. He was South African. What was a South African doing here? Go on. Where? Say it again. Okay, can we just move up again?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Presented with the foreboding of another evil male, we were all even more hesitant about moving on.
That was it!
But with nowhere to hide, we were in for a very scary night at Bodmin Jail.
Do you know that you're dead?
Our decrepit Cornish location had already offered us a glimpse into its violent past. This jail may well have housed petty thieves, but somehow we felt that anyone who was still here would have a far more sinister past.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the name of this spirit again? You can't get the name?
Boy! Boy!
John.
Who are you? What's your name? What's your name? Who? What's your name? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What's your name? Can you hear me? What's your name? Can you hear my voice? If you can tell me what you're
Derek, Carl, come forward. Derek, Carl, come forward.
Having covered just a fraction of the main cell block, Derek's violent outburst from a South African jailer left him drained and nauseous. Allowing him time to recover, we asked our other psychic, David Wells, to visit the main cell block. So with our camera switched to night vision, we tentatively re-entered the ground floor.
I'm picking up already something unusual, because I know I'm in a jail. It's a mother and a child. It's specifically a mother and a child that's dominant. It's the very first thing that I got when I came down here. What happens is you get the, if you like, what's built into the ether, so you're going to get screaming, you're going to get distress, and all of those things have to be then taken away, because I want to get down to the individual stories or individual presences. So you have to cut through all that. It's clearly you're going to get it. Mm-hmm. There's a woman and a child. Now, it's not a baby, it's a child. The child is 4 or 5, and I think it's a boy. And there's an Irish connection as well, somewhere along the lines here. And what she's telling me is that she's been punished not for her own crimes, but for the crimes of her husband. And she's saying that this isn't exactly, it's not, or clearly, by today's standards, it's not fair, and she felt the same then. I think she's telling me her husband's already dead, so he's been executed and she's just been locked up.
Now, are you picking up, is her spirit here haunting this place, or is it just something you're picking up as a memory?
I think she's present, she's very strong, she's able to communicate quite strongly. She seems to, with me, and I always say this, with me, if they haunt, they kind of come off the floor slightly to give the impression that that's what they're doing, so they're moving without walking, if you like. she's done that, so I would say she's present. And this child is, she's dragging the child. You know, the child. Okay, I think the child died here, so the child's dead. You know, it's almost like she's pulling it. It sounds horrible, but I can only tell you what she's showing me. She's pulling a dead child, and I think that's why she haunts here, because the grief of that, coupled with everything else, it's actually very emotional. Coupled with that, has kept her here. It's after him.
Are there any names that, I mean, I know it's difficult because you've just first come down here.
Yeah. The name I'm getting is, it's kind of like, it sounds like something from an old musical. It's Mary Malone. It's, you know, and I think that is, it's kind of a Malone. That's why I got the Irish connection. It's like an Irish name. She's very, very pretty girl. Very pretty.
How old would you say she was?
She's only in her 20s. She's only in her 20s when she died. She was beaten to death here. That's what she's telling me.
That's awful. That's really awful.
Is it how difficult is it to distinguish from the messages that you're getting, the spirit messages, or you know, the spirits leaving behind messages, and any sort of influence that you have from knowing that we're in a jail? I mean, you can see it's quite obvious that we're in that sort of environment.
It is very difficult. That's why I said you have to cut through the obvious stuff.
Right.
Like the you know, clanking doors and the fact there would be jailers and there may have been torture, and you have to cut through the obvious stuff and get to the human stories of the times, and hopefully that's where the proof, if you like, comes along, because we find these people, you know, the names might be wrong, but what happened to them is right, etc., etc.
We had expected to encounter malevolent male energies at Bodmin, but David also appears to have sensed one of the women who were also condemned to life behind bars. A couple of hours after his violent encounter with a male South African, Derek felt ready to revisit the scene of his possession.
With this spirit man, who we know is here, not just listening to us, but can hear us. You, the evil one.
Someone's thrown something at me.
Okay, I've just heard that.
Someone threw something at me.
Yeah.
Put your light on there.
Check if it is hot.
It doesn't appear to be hot, no.
Put it down.
It landed on my foot.
Yes, I heard it.
The object that hit me was made out of plastic, but was this harmless debris or a direct attack? We sensed that all was not well.
Do you want to go to a different part of the building? Or do you want to stay here?
I know it's, forgive me all the crew, everyone. I feel it's important. If I could just get out of the atmosphere a little while, not long, and then come back down again. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I'll go up and the team to stay here, okay?
Normally adept at handling any confrontation, the pungent atmosphere in the cell block was clearly having an unusual effect on Derek. 20 minutes later, he felt ready to continue, but once more, his aggressor appeared to be standing a little too close for comfort.
He's back down here. He's stopped.
Is this the South African?
Yes. And I know, I just feel it, that he's going to pounce, he's going to do something somewhere along here. As if like he's hunting us. Okay, he's in the area, and he really, really doesn't want any of us to leave this area. He wants to hurt, and he's intending, he said to Sam, he will hurt. Okay. Oh.
Is he telling you something, Derek? Is Sam giving you a name?
Creed! Kev! Creed! Kev!
Oh, come on. Derek? 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 Carl, come forward, Derek.
Nightfall had also signalled a downturn in the weather. Nevertheless, with so much expectant tension in the air, we had to press forward with the night vigils and choose to initially concentrate on the two main cell blocks. Whilst Kieran, Derek, Richard and Stuart remained indoors, Ian, Alex, Rachel and Joe braved the torrential rain and headed into the exposed but equally eerie naval prison.
Is there anyone here in this room or this building with us? just raining harder.
I keep thinking I see things out there, but I don't know if it's just the light changing.
Are you Are you sure that that was rain?
Yeah. I had the camera pointing at the door, there was nothing there.
Okay. If there is anyone here in this room or in this building with us, can you please make yourself known to us?
Sorry.
Oh, God.
It's just rain. Although saying that, I don't like the way it starts every time you ask a question.
Sort of calms down and then comes back, doesn't it?
What was that?
What was that bang?
That was a door. Must have been a door.
What door?
Yeah, but there's no doors that can open near us. Is there?
No.
We're not near anyone.
If there is someone outside, please can you show yourself to us?
There. I saw...
Sorry, you're fine.
Did you hear a noise, like a footstep? Okay, I'm being brave again. Okay, hi. It's just me again. Okay, if that was you that made that noise, please can you make it again for me?
I swear my heart has stopped beating.
I don't like this at all. I feel sick with fear. I swear if I didn't have to go back out there to get out, I never would go out there.
Creed Kiefer, we know you're here with us. You won't move on, will you, through fear?
Derek, can I just ask you, this evil fella,
Yes.
the South African man,
Yes.
do you think he was incarcerated here, or do you
Yes,
think...
he wasn't a jailer.
He wasn't a jailer?
No, he wasn't.
Right.
I don't feel he was. I just feel that for some reason he had. For some reason he had. Is
there anyone here with us? Anyone who used to be housed here in the prison?
Imagine what it would have been like when it was absolutely crammed full of people.
It would have been awful. What's that noise?
Which side? Down that side?
Down there, my left
If there's
side.
somebody here making a noise, please can you do it for us again?
What's that?
Shine the torch over there.
I hear from over here.
Shine the torch over there.
Here.
I know, I heard it.
Oh my God, I've got goose pimples all
It
over
actually
me.
sounded like, it did sound like keys, but
Yeah.
like a bell sort of
Yeah.
sound. Do you guys all hear that?
Yeah.
What was that?
I've just been receiving a draft on the back of my neck.
Okay.
Can you get your camera out just to see?
Shall I take the camera from
Because I don't know what's there. I don't know if there's any windows open or anything. But I've just had a big burst of like a cold draft right on the back of my neck.
It is generally colder around here. There's a slight draft coming from the top corner.
Would that be perhaps due to some form of draft?
Well, can we shine a torch up there to see if there's any broken glass or...
At the top corner, it would be up there.
There's a hole, is
there a hole? Can you
Well,
see
there's
that?
certainly... No, but it's... No.
Yeah, but if there was a hole up there, would I get the draft?
Coming down here? No.
Down to me? I mean, you wouldn't think so, would you? I mean, I'm not saying that just to...
No.
You know, to get the ball rolling, so to speak.
Please can you do something to prove that it's you that's making these noises? Can you show yourself? Can you make a noise? Can you rattle the keys again? Just do something to prove that it was you that was making that noise.
It's gone really windy, really fucking cold.
I know, really cold around my legs.
How many?
Is it just around your legs?
Right by my
Fucking hell.
thighs.
If there's anyone here with us, please can you do something to give us a sign? Can you do something, whether it's by making us go cold, whether it's making a noise, whether it's by showing yourself, anything, please can you do something for us? Please can you do something for us?
Does nobody else feel like the rain's following you?
As you're down there, you can hear the bloody rain, and now as you come up here...
Already wary of their desolate domain, the most haunted crew have begun their night vigils, hopeful of receiving some sort of reply from the criminal fraternity that are believed to still haunt the 18th century remains of Bodmin Jail.
If there's anyone in this chapel with the four of us, could you please make yourself be known?
Stuart may have been appealing for activity in the main cell block, but something was clearly stirring elsewhere.
As you're down there, you can hear the bloody rain, and now as you come up here...
He's not been there! Oh my god!
What was up?
That was the jangling.
I didn't hear a thing.
It was the keys. Oh my god. It was the keys again, wasn't it?
That was the keys.
Do you know what's so awful though?
Stupid, we've
I'm
been
sorry.
asking.
I'm sorry we've been asking. He does it and we run away.
How'd you...
A very nervous group returned to tell the rest of the team about their unwelcome encounter outside. Now very much aware that we may not be in for a comfortable night, Derek, David, Kath, Stuart and myself hold a séance deciding that any spiritual presence may respond through a glass as its main focus. Perhaps this would clarify just who could still haunt these ancient walls.
William, if you can hear my voice, move the glass, please. William Lightfoot, are you here? Okay. Right, I'm going to take my hand off the glass. Do you wish to leave this place? How do they want our help? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
But you want our help? Is there someone else here who you're frightened of? Please make your answers more definite if you can. Is there somebody else here who you're frightened of?
Appears to be.
Making sense.
Yeah.
Does he control you? Does he frighten you? Was he your jailer? Is this right? I'm just asking. No.
Oh, you hear that?
No, I didn't.
No, I heard something. We heard something by the barrels.
Okay. Are there many more of you watching this? Can you lift the glass off the table for us to prove that it's really you we're talking to? Can you try and lift the glass, make it jump off the table for us? If you can, we can help you. If you can help us, please.
Disappointingly, despite nearly an hour around the circle, we were still no closer to exactly identifying the spirits that appeared to be close by. However, with the earlier experiences of Alex, Rachel and Joe still fresh in their minds, Carl and Richard decide to head to the naval prison. And having found a sheltered corner in which to place a table, they somehow persuaded the girls to join them. But would our noisy ghosts welcome this latest disturbance?
Is there any spirit entity, any astral being that is here with us in this cell block, would like to make itself known to us? If you are here, please do so by moving this glass. We are here with the utmost respect for you. We mean you no harm and no ridicule. Please show us you're here by moving the glass. In a circle.
It's twisting.
Are you trying to talk to us? Do you want to communicate with us? Were you a prisoner here? Could you stop moving the glass? We're trying to find out what crime you were incarcerated for. We are not saying you're guilty of that crime. We just want to know what you're imprisoned for. Was it violence towards a crew member or a captain? Was it murder? Were you guilty of the crime that you're in prison for? Is that why you're still here? Because you still feel the injustice?
Oh my God!
What?
I just had a really loud buzzing in my ears.
I did.
I heard.
Did you get
yeah.
it?
Yeah, I heard that.
I could hear that.
Oh my God!
What the hell was it?
Do you know what it sounded like to me?
Yeah, it's a ship's siren.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
My God, did you do that? Did you? Oh, you're marvellous, aren't you?
God.
You are good. You really are good. Was it a siren from your ship? Is your name Arthur? Is your name Peter? Is your name George?
Oh, was that anyone?
Is that you?
No.
No, George.
No.
George, is that you?
Try again.
It's too much. Your name's George. Your name's George. This is tremendous. Were you executed for murder?
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing. It's just you were executed. He was executed. Were you?
Was incarcerated before he was?
Yeah. But you were imprisoned here first before you were executed. You were executed here. My God. Did they hang you? Was this your cell?
Oh, crikey! Sorry.
Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Fantastic. Don't leave us. Keep going. We need to help you. Are you trapped here? Are you trapped here? Do you think you're still imprisoned here? You're imprisoned here in this naval jail. You're imprisoned here in this cell.
Twisted all the way around.
Do you still haunt this cell?
Sorry, my finger came off.
Now listen, chaps, let's be honest. Nobody can make that do that.
Well, my finger came
Nobody
off.
can make that do that. You've got some power, mate. You're a good one.
You won't harm us, will you?
No, of course you won't. No, you don't want to. You're trapped here in this prison. Do you know that you're dead?
Oh my God! Who's that? Okay. Sorry, Richard. I grabbed hold of you.
No, Richard.
Are you all right, Alex?
He's nice. He's a nice person. He's nice.
Come on, back to it. Back to it.
Just got the fright of my life.
This is shades of Bud, isn't it?
Yeah.
Listen, you do. It isn't possible. You do know none of us did that.
No, because it was like this.
Well, you do realise
Yeah.
how far away the legs are. Don't go.
Are you still here with
Don't
us?
go. Are you still here, lad? Good man. You frightened us then. You realise that, don't you?
The group continued contact with George, who claimed to have seen service as a sailor in the Crimean War and later on board the HMS Warrior. Heartened by this apparently active spirit, Carl and Richard invite David, Stuart, both Johns and myself to join them in the naval prison. But would the jail's former occupants welcome a larger audience?
I just feel eyes looking at me all the time, peering down from up there. Yeah, all the way around.
Oh God, that was you. Oh my God, look, there's cells off there.
All the way up, all the way
Have a look
up.
in it. I can't see what's in cells. Look.
What?
Behind us. Behind us.
What?
The noise, I heard like a shuffling noise behind us.
What? What did you say?
I didn't see it. Well, I just heard rustling noises. Is that a rat behind us?
I heard a squeak.
Yeah.
I must admit, I did hear a squeak. It could be a rat.
I just heard rustling over there by the gate.
Don't think there could be rats.
resident rodents, or something entirely more worrying, Bodmin Jail was about to take one final opportunity to show us that life may exist after death.
I've seen it before.
What the hell was it?
Watch for it, chaps.
Bodmin Jail had provided us with an initial problem: how to cover so much ground in such a small space of time. Yet, as our investigation had progressed, we had identified one particular building as the main source for potential supernatural activity. So far, I had escaped any direct confrontation, but the naval prison's empty shell had soon made me all too aware of what lay ahead.
Is there anybody here? Are there any spirits here? Any astral beings here that want to talk to us? Is there anybody that needs help? I don't want to be standing on my own with nothing behind me. Where are you? What's you in?
Fucking hell! Fuck! What? Behind! I'm sure I saw something there, at that level.
Is there anybody here?
Second, that's... Well, look.
Yeah.
Well, the barbed wire is. Left-hand side. See, I'm not even putting my camera.
Come on, is there somebody there?
Listen. Listen, there's a man murmuring.
It was like a line shape. Just stop. It's me. I'm trying to protect you.
Just stand there still. Stand there still.
What was that?
Like flashing, get your torch on. What the hell was that?
I've seen that before. I've seen it before.
What the hell was it?
Watch for it, chaps.
Whoa. Hang on. What was it?
Fuck. Something.
What's that?
Something did drop.
The hell was that?
Something was moving up on there. Look, something was moving up there. I saw it flashing.
Yeah, there was a... We need to switch our torches off again and shine the cameras up there and watch, because I've seen it twice.
We got it lit? Not really, no.
Yeah, second floor left, one above the barbed wire, that one there.
This one.
Yeah.
If you point your torch up, straight up. How's that, Stewie? Can
That's
you see?
good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But can you see the windows? Not where the top...
There's something in there, isn't there?
Oh, God, I feel so sick. I want to vomit.
It sounds like something bursting, doesn't it? Something like something dropping. Like.
I mean, there's nothing there, is there, Carl?
There's nothing it can be.
For fuck's sake. Keep your arm around me. I can't. I want to be sick.
It's plastered, but it's not coming off. It'd have to be big chunks.
See, I think that stone throwing thing was either a sign, get out, or hey, we're here.
Yeah, but we're sure it...
I think it's hey, we're here.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious I feel they're all around us, because there's cells all around us.
Are they? Are they, David?
There's... that's residual, though.
Oh, yeah.
But actively, I think there's two that are dominant. There's two active ones.
Hello, is there anybody here? If you can hear me and you want to talk to us, please try just that. Was that you? No. Did you just touch my hand? Oh, something just touched my hand. Something just touched my hand.
I didn't move. I was holding it.
I didn't.
Your left hand.
No, this hand. Something brushed.
I just heard something there as well.
I don't like it.
Come on, we're winning. We're getting...
Come on, we're getting...
I know we are. Okay.
Honestly.
We're sorry if we're scared, but it's very dark here. And if you can hear my voice, if you maybe not touch me, because I think I might frighten you by screaming, but I'm really sorry, but if you can try and let us know somehow. Do you need our help in any way?
Fuck that.
What's the matter? What's the matter? What is it?
Hey! What? What do... I kid you not, I thought Stuart was right next to me breathing in my ear, and I looked at him to say stop fucking around, and he's still over there.
There was a noise over there then, and it had a white flash go across the screen.
Right, can we get the fuck out of here now?
Whoever's here, can you please make contact with us properly? Try and talk to us or do something.
Although Carl's camera hadn't recorded the breath, Stuart captured a white light that could be attributed to the rain, but more worryingly, this sound nearby. With so much activity surrounding us, I had become very nervous.
I just feel something's going to happen again in a minute. Where's Carl?
I'm here.
Should we go?
I don't know, I think there's something a lot happening. I think we should stay for a bit.
I think we should stay.
Just for another 5 minutes or so.
David. There's the general, like I said, there's the general residual energy, but there are two people. There's a younger lad, he's in his teens, 17, 18, as an older man.
Oh, yes.
The younger one seems more active, but the older one seems more like a jailer. The younger one seems like a prisoner.
Fucking hell. Just freaking myself out. Can we go now, please?
While some properties can offer a fear that often belies their serenity, Bodmin Jail is as simplistic in its methods as in its mood. This desolate domain seems as unforgiving to its current occupants as it would have been to those who faced their final years, days or even hours alone and without hope or salvation. We knew that an encounter here wouldn't be a pleasant one, and over the course of 24 hours, we weren't proved wrong. Several other tests took place, resulting in another strange occurrence in the main cell block. A piece of paper left lying underneath a trigger object slowly flattens out during the course of an hour-long experiment. Was this a result of the moisture in our drafty environment, or possibly further paranormal proof? However, the regular and clarity of the response found in the naval prison left each and every one of us shocked, amazed, and truly excited.
Bodmin Jail has been absolutely fantastic. I knew it would be. As I walked through the gates, I knew this place held many secrets. And the highlight of the whole event, of course, was the naval prison. I've never sensed anything like it. I don't think any of us have ever been quite so frightened in there. Things were falling off the walls as if plaster was actually being pulled off and dropped on the floor. And while we were doing the séance with the table and the glass went bananas, and we heard what sounds like the foghorn of a ship.
Oh my God.
We all heard it, it all frightened us, and he said that he was giving us a signal.
Generally, it's very, very difficult in that sort of environment to say that any of the auditory phenomena is paranormal. Firstly, because we're dealing with an environment where any sounds from the exterior could be interpreted as coming from inside the location. In addition, several areas were quite derelict. There would have been environmental noises from outside, from even the weather. So you have to be very, very skeptical interpreting any auditory phenomena as paranormal. In addition, Derek became possessed by a South African character.
Great!
Since the investigation, we have double-checked the history of the location and can find no record of this character. In fact, no record of any South African nature at all associated with Bodmin Jail. So we have to treat his possession with some sort of skepticism.
Centuries of crime crawl along these hideous walls. We couldn't wait to leave, but just how many incarcerated souls remain locked behind bars? And is their ultimate punishment never to leave. Until next time, sleep tight.